Cristiano Ronaldo, 41 years old, 226 international caps, 143 international goals, and now a record 6th World Cup appearance. This might be his last dance. And for Portugal, it might finally be their time. Because here's what I genuinely believe. This Portugal squad, right now, at this tournament, is the most complete squad they have ever taken to a World Cup. And I'm going to make the case today for why 2026 is finally Portugal's year. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Cristiano Ronaldo. At 41 years old, he is still here. Still captaining his country. Still chasing the one trophy that has escaped him his entire career. He is the reigning Nations League champion with Portugal and arrives at this tournament as one of the most experienced players in World Cup history. So now I know what some of you are thinking. Ronaldo is 41. He plays in Saudi Arabia. He's past his best. He shouldn't even be in the squad. And look, I understand that argument. I genuinely do. But here's my take. Ronaldo at 41 in a World Cup environment is still a different animal to almost anyone else. The big game mentality, the experience, the leadership, the ability to score in the moments that matter most. You cannot buy that. Portugal coach Roberto Martinez included him in the squad and defended every selection decision publicly. Martinez knows this squad better than any pundit or fan. And he chose Ronaldo. That tells you something. Opus clip but, and this is important, Portugal in 2026 cannot be about Ronaldo. The reason they have fallen short at previous tournaments is because the team was built around him. Every attack funneled through him. Every decision made with him in mind. This time it has to be different. This time the squad is deep enough that Ronaldo is a weapon, not the entire armory. So let's talk about the real reason Portugal can win this tournament. The squad depth. Portugal's squad includes Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leo, Pedro Neto, João Felix, Gonçalo Ramos and João Neves, spread across the biggest clubs in European football, including Manchester United, PSG, Manchester City, AC Milan and Chelsea. Let me just sit on that for a second. Bruno Fernandes pulling the strings in midfield. Bernardo Silva, arguably the most consistent performer in the Premier League for years, providing creativity and intelligence. Rafael Leo with his pace and directness. Pedro Neto causing chaos down the right. Gonçalo Ramos as a clinical striker who has proven himself at the highest level. 7 players from the Premier League alone. 4 players from treble winners Paris Saint-Germain. So this is not a one-man team. This is a genuinely elite squad with world-class players in every position. And that matters at a World Cup more than anything else. Because tournaments are not won by one brilliant player. They are won by squads, by depth. By having a player who can come off the bench in the 70th minute and change a game. Portugal finally have that. Now let's talk tactics. Because Roberto Martinez deserves enormous credit for what he has built. When Martinez took over Portugal, there were serious questions. Was he the right man? Was he ambitious enough? Could he get the best out of this generation of players? He answered every single one of those questions. Portugal qualified as UEFA Group F winners, sealing top spot with a stunning 9-1 thrashing of Armenia. 9 goals in a World Cup qualifier. That is not a team that is struggling. That is a team firing on all cylinders. So Martinez has found the balance that previous coaches struggled with. He has integrated Ronaldo without making him the center of everything. He has given younger players like João Neves the freedom to express themselves. He has built a system that is flexible, hard to break down and devastating in transition. Portugal under Martinez press high, move the ball quickly, and create chances from multiple areas of the pitch. They are not predictable. They are not one-dimensional. They are genuinely difficult to play against. Now let me address the heartbreak that hangs over this squad. Portugal's 27-man squad includes a symbolic +1 in memory of the late Diogo Jota. Opus clip for those who don't know, Diogo Jota, one of Portugal's most important players and one of Liverpool's most beloved forwards, tragically passed away earlier this year. His absence is felt across the entire footballing world and especially within this Portugal squad. Martinez's decision to honor Jota with a symbolic place in the squad is one of the most moving gestures in recent international football history. And I genuinely believe this will be a motivating factor for this Portugal squad at the tournament. They are not just playing for a trophy. They are playing for their teammate, for their friend, for someone who should have been standing alongside them in the biggest tournament in football. That emotional fuel is real, and it could carry this team further than anyone expects. Let's talk about the path through the tournament. Portugal opened their Group K campaign against the Democratic Republic of Congo on June 17 in Houston, then face Uzbekistan on June 23 and Colombia on June 27 in Miami. Opus Clip Portugal have never played a competitive match against any of their Group K opponents, so there is no head-to-head record to worry about. So honestly, this is a very favorable group. Portugal should win it comfortably and advance with confidence. The real tests will come in the knockout rounds, and that is where this team has historically fallen short. The quarter-finals, the semi-finals, the moments when it matters most. But look at this squad. Look at the experience. Look at the qualities. Look at the hunger. This is a group of players who have been waiting for this moment for years. Bruno Fernandes has never won a major international trophy. Bernardo Silva has never won a major international trophy, Vitinha. Pedro Neto. Gonçalo Ramos. All of them desperate to write their names into Portuguese football history. Here's my verdict. Portugal are not the favorites. France, Brazil, and Argentina will get more attention. England will get their annual wave of hype before their annual disappointment. But Portugal, quietly, confidently, with one of the deepest squads at the tournament, are genuine contenders. They have the goalkeeper in Diogo Costa. They have the defenders in Ruben Dias and João Cancelo. They have the midfield in Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and João Neves. They have the attackers in Leo, Neto, Felix, and Ramos. And they have Ronaldo, 41 years old, playing in his final World Cup. Desperate to add the one trophy his incredible career is missing. If there was ever a year for Portugal, it is 2026. The squad is ready. The manager is ready. The moment is ready. The only question is whether they are brave enough to seize it. I believe they are. What do you think? Can Portugal finally win the 2026 World Cup? And does Ronaldo still have enough to make a difference? Drop your opinion in the comments and like and subscribe for more.